Next we move on to the topic of energy of the electron in the nth orbit. We know electrostatic force is nothing but a conservative force, and energy of the electron is nothing but a total energy is equal to sum of the potential and kinetic energy. So potential energy of the electron in the nth orbit un is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught ZE electron charge minus E divided by Rn. It will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught ZE squared divided by Rn. Now we substitute the value of radius of the orbit Rn. We know epsilon naught h squared divided by pi m e power 2 n squared by z. That is the value of Rn. So now potential energy un is equal to, we can write 1 by 4 epsilon squared z squared m e power 4 divided by h squared n squared. Okay, that is the potential energy of the electron in the nth orbit. Next, kinetic energy of the electron in the nth orbit is equal to half mv squared. Half mvn squared. Already we know the velocity value. Substitute the velocity value. We get m e power 4 divided by 8 epsilon squared h squared n squared dz. Okay, when we compare the potential and kinetic energy, we can write potential energy will be equal to minus 2 times of kinetic energy. Okay, so we know the total energy En is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. So we can write potential energy is minus 2 Ke plus kinetic energy will get minus kinetic energy. So total energy is equal to minus kinetic energy. Okay, that means minus m e power 4 z squared divided by 8 epsilon squared h squared into n squared. Okay, for hydrogen atom we know the z is equal to 1. So energy is equal to minus m e power 4 divided by 8 epsilon squared h squared n squared. There is a total energy of the electron in the nth orbit. Okay, so from the total energy of the electron in the nth orbit, we know En is equal to minus m e power 4 divided by 8 epsilon squared h squared into n squared. Here n means principal quantum number. Here this negative sign indicates the electron is bounded to the nucleus. Okay, next we are going to substitute the known values. We are getting the energy En is equal to minus 13.6 into 1 by n squared electron volt. Okay, here n is nothing but a principal quantum number. Next we are going to substitute the orbit value. So for the first orbit, that means ground state, total energy n is equal to 1 here. So E1 is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt. For the second orbit, that is a first excited state. So total energy of the electron in the first excited state is, we are getting minus 3.4 electron volt. For the second excited state, here n is equal to 3, we are getting minus 1.51 electron volt. It will be going on. Okay, here when we compare these values, the energy of the first excited state is greater than the ground state, and energy of the electron in the second excited state is greater than the first excited state, and it will be going on. Okay, when electron is closer to the nucleus, that means orbit which is closer to the nucleus, they having the lowest value. That means they having the minimum value when compared to the other excited states. So this lowest value, it is called as the ground state energy. It is called as a ground state energy. So ground state energy of the electron is, we are getting minus 13.6 electron volt, and is used as the unit of energy. It is called as a Rydberg. So 1 Rydberg constant is minus 13.6 electron volt. Here in the case of your total energy value, we are getting negative. That means the negative value of this energy, because of potential energy, is 0. Because of potential energy is 0. Suppose when the electron is taken away from that orbit, that means from the nucleus, it takes to the infinite distance, both kinetic and potential energy will be vanish. Both kinetic and potential energy will be vanish when we are taken the electron from the nucleus to the infinite distance. Okay, then from the energy level of the hydrogen atom diagram, we come to know energy of the excited states are come closer and closer together when principal quantum number n takes the greatest value, that means highest value. When n takes the highest value, the energy of the excited state is come closer and closer together. Okay, these are all about the energy of the electron in the nth orbit.